Hey everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most infamous events in history, the explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. It's a topic that still sparks curiosity and concern, even decades later. So, why does this matter? Understanding what happened at Chernobyl can teach us valuable lessons about safety, technology, and yes, even human error. We're going to break down the key events that led up to that fateful day in April 1986 and explore the aftermath of the disaster. Grab a snack and let's chat about Chernobyl. All right, let's set the scene. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant is located in Ukraine, not far from the border with Belarus. It was built in the late 1970s, and at the time, it represented the Soviet Union's ambition in energy production. The plant housed four RBMK reactors, which were designed to generate large amounts of electricity. But here's the twist. This reactor type had some serious flaws, particularly when it came to safety. As the Soviet Union was trying to meet the growing energy demands, Chernobyl was seen as a key player in that mission. Unfortunately, the rush to produce energy overshadowed crucial safety measures, setting the stage for disaster. Now, let's rewind to April 26, 1986. On this day, the Chernobyl plant was scheduled to conduct a safety test to measure what would happen if the plant were to lose power. Sounds reasonable, right? Well, here's where things went sideways. The operators made a series of mistakes during the test. They ignored safety protocols like shutting down critical systems that were meant to keep the reactor stable. Additionally, the RBMK reactor design had some deadly quirks, including a tendency for the reactor to become unstable at low power levels. There was also a lack of effective training and safety culture among the staff. So with all these factors combined, human error, design flaws, and ignorance of safety standards, the stage was set for tragedy. When the test began, the reactor was in a precarious state. The operators, trying to run the test, made adjustments that led to an uncontrolled reaction, and boy, did things escalate quickly. And just like that, boom. At 1:23 a.m., the Chernobyl reactor exploded in a massive blast that blew off the reactor's roof and sent a plume of radioactive particles into the atmosphere. It was an event of catastrophic proportions. The aftermath was chaotic. Operators and first responders rushed into the plant to try and contain the situation, but they were met with extreme levels of radiation, which they weren't even fully aware of at the time. In the immediate wake of the explosion, there was panic, confusion, and a desperate scramble to assess the damage. The staff worked tirelessly, trying to figure out what had happened and how to prevent further disaster. But the reality was grim. They were fighting against enormous odds. A sense of helplessness hung in the air as the true scale of the disaster began to unfold. After the explosion, the Soviet government quickly mobilized a response team. Around 36,000 people were evacuated from the nearby town of Pripyat, which was only 3 kilometers away from the plant. People were told they were only leaving for a few days, but that wasn't the case. While brave firefighters and workers attempted to control the situation, they faced enormous challenges, including high radiation levels. Ultimately, concrete structures were built to contain the reactor and prevent further leakage. This initial response set in motion a long and grueling containment effort that would last for decades. The explosion had devastating effects, not just locally, but globally. The immediate environmental impact was catastrophic, spreading radioactive material across large parts of Europe. Many first responders suffered severe health issues over the coming years due to radiation exposure. Additionally, about 116,000 people were evacuated from the surrounding areas, leading to a major displacement crisis. Today, health issues among the population, including increased cancer rates, reflect the long-lasting effects of the disaster. Entire regions became uninhabitable, changing lives forever. So what's the takeaway from all this? Chernobyl changed how the world viewed nuclear power and safety. The disaster led to significant changes in international nuclear policies, emphasizing the importance of safety regulations and protocols. Chernobyl has also cemented itself in pop culture, fascinating people with stories of survival and resilience in the face of disaster. Today, the site serves as a haunting reminder of what can happen when safety is compromised. It's essential for us to remember Chernobyl, not just as a part of history, but as a lesson for the future. Thanks for hanging out with me while we explored the Chernobyl disaster. While it's a heavy topic, it's crucial to understand the lessons it teaches us about safety and responsibility in technology. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more intriguing stories from history.